Hello everyone, welcome to the Street Crime UK YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more exciting true crime content. Today we look at a pregnant beauty therapist who was caught with high purity cocaine with a wholesale value of £1.5 million and how she was jailed for 10 years. Stephanie Nelson, who owns Cheshire-based Porsche Cosmetics Ltd, was stopped by Kent police as she drove her Hyundai car through Dartford Tunnel river crossing at June 10th this year. Inside a sophisticated and magnetised void in the boot, officers found two black holdalls containing 15 kilograms of the Class A drug. The court heard that the 30-year-old had driven that day from her home in Westbourne Drive, Wilmslow, to a village pub near Maidstone to collect the cocaine. Nelson was making the return trip north when police swooped in after observing her handover just 20 minutes earlier. Tom Nicholson, prosecuting, said the boot initially appeared empty, with the void underneath becoming magnetised when the engine was switched on and the glove compartment opened. But the 83% pure cocaine embossed with the words Premium 2020 was soon found. Nelson, whose private clinic offers non-surgical cosmetic procedures, was also in possession of a BQ Aquarius encrypted phone described as highly sophisticated and virtually impossible to crack. Maidstone Crown Court was told on Wednesday, July 10th, that the same Hyundai had been seen driving to Folkestone and waiting in the car park on several occasions leading up to her arrest. The former nursing degree student sobbed in the dock, having pleaded guilty to conspiracy to supply cocaine. As well as now being 5 months pregnant, the brunette was said to be the sole carer for her 7-year-old son. Her barrister told the court that she was the victim of a controlling and physically abusive ex-partner who had her persuaded to collect something on his behalf. Christopher Martin, defending, said that she neither looked in the bags nor knew what they contained. It is no exaggeration to say that she was and remains scared of her ex-boyfriend, he added. But passing sentence, Judge Philip Statman said that there was very little evidence of recent pressure or coercion. He told Miss Nelson that she had embarked on a deliberate course of conduct for financial gain, which had to be marked by a substantial prison sentence despite the profound impact on both her son and the unborn child. Believe me when I say it is no easy task for any judge to separate a mother from a child, or indeed sentence on the basis that you will spend the remaining months of your pregnancy and the first years of your unborn child's life when it is born detained into custody. I appreciate that it has a profound effect on both your unborn child and also you. Judge Statman, who described Nelson as a highly intelligent and good caring mother, was told her son will now be cared for by his grandmother. He also asked that she be allowed to complete her pregnancy in the best possible way and able to remain with her baby as long as the prison authorities would allow it. Also appearing in court via prison TV link was her co-defendant John Markham. He had handed over the cocaine to her in the car park of the Yeoman pub in Ashford Road, Bearsted. The 53-year-old from Haileybury Avenue, Enfield, Middlesex, who also admitted to conspiracy to supply cocaine, was also jailed for 10 years. Mr. Nicholson said police watched as Nelson pulled into the pub and just before 6:30 PM on June 10th, walked over to Mr. Markham's small white van to speak to him. He opened the rear door, removed the black holdall and gave it to Miss Nelson, who placed it in her vehicle, he told the court. Markham gave her a second holdall and she placed it in the rear of her car and then she left. About 20 minutes later, the Hyundai was stopped in the Dartford Tunnel by Kent police, and Miss Nelson was arrested. She and her car were then taken to the nearby Thurrock services in Essex for a drug search. Miss Nelson was said to have set up her aesthetics practice in February last year after completing 2 years of her medical degree. Mr. Martin said that she was from a good law-abiding family and now engaged to be married, but he told the court her previous partner was controlling and violent. On one occasion, Miss Nelson was said to have suffered a suspected fractured eye socket, having been punched in the face. That relationship eventually ended last year, but while she was at work this year, she was approached and handed the phone, given the password and told her ex-boyfriend would call her. Describing her role in the drugs operation as merely a courier, Mr. Martin added that she was ultimately persuaded by him to go and collect something for him. She was given a postcode and went and collected the bags. She didn't look inside and didn't know what they contained. Dad of 3, Mr. Markham, was said to have become involved out of financial desperation rather than gain. Gregory Wedge, defending, said the family had returned from living abroad 4 years ago after a failed business venture. But he was unable to find permanent work, and when faced with losing their rented home, felt he had no choice but to also act as a courier or gopher. He was that desperate that £106 seemed extremely attractive at the time, and is what he was paid for that drop, said Mr. Wedge. However, on being told the payment figure, Judge Statman retorted, "I have to say I find that hard to accept. A proceeds of crime hearing will be held in December." What do you think about these crimes? Do you think that she was really coerced, or was this financial gain that made her want to go and do these deals?
Thanks for joining us today.
If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like and a share, and leave any thoughts or suggestions you have in the comments section. We love to read through them all. And if you're new but enjoy UK true crime content, then subscribe to see when our newest video releases. And as always, stay safe.